Hello. I don't even know
Okay, we are live. So let me get this in our Facebook group really quick, and then we will jump into training for our pink weekend training. So, and I have an assistant beside me. Say hello.
Hello.
He's making lots of sound effects. Okay. So you're gonna have to be quiet.
Okay.
Okay. So we are jumping in because it is Thanksgiving week. Happy early Thanksgiving. And we're going to do some pink weekend training. So super excited about that. This is the most amazing week of the whole year, right? In your business, and just a week of being grateful. So I'm just going to real quick share with y'all some promos that the company has going on. Because if you did not see, they just released a flash sale this morning that you can access. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to go through a few announcements, and then we will go into training. Okay. So here is the flash sale that you can access today.
Hello.
So here they are, the hydration rescue promotion and the sparkle cream lipstick promotion. And you can get a 55% discount as a beauty consultant. You normally get 50. So basically you get an extra 5%. So when you focus on and sell these items, you make an extra 5% profit on these items from now through December 2nd. And you do have a limit of 13 each. Okay. So you could bundle these up. You could sell them separately, however you want to. But if y'all notice, this shows you the normal retail value, and then excuse me. It shows you the normal wholesale value. So for example, the one that's marked out like on the extra mullet night cream, it's normally $9 wholesale, and you get to access it at $8.10. So this sheet I will send you a copy of, because it has all of the breakdown of the math and how much profit you could make on each item when you max it out and sell all 13. Okay. If you sell all 13 of each of these items, if you add up 128 plus 185 plus 257 plus another 257, that is a huge profit that you can make this week on these 13 items. So you can run with that however you want to. Okay, let me see what else I got to share with y'all. So we have a special promo going on for our unit this weekend for Pink Weekend, and it's going to run from November 28th through December 2nd. And this is some items that you're going to get to earn when you have a great pink weekend and you back that with your wholesale order. So you can scale up on some free products this weekend for yourself, right? And these would be great Christmas gifts to give just because you're working your business. So there's different levels, 250, 450, 750,000, all right, that you can get in. And we're also going to do a free shipping giveaway drawing. Everybody that places an order through the 30th will, so if you kind of get it in early on peak weekend, through the 30th, you will get entered in for our free shipping giveaway that we're going to do. We're going to draw a free shipping winner. So basically I'll reimburse you your shipping on your order after you've placed it. So I'll just like send it to you through Venmo, whoever our winner is, or I can write you a check, either one. So if you don't have Venmo, all right. So we're going to be doing that as well. All right, let me see if there was, and we're going to be recognizing anybody that earns a bundle. Like any of the free products, these ones we just went over, anybody that earns these levels, we're going to be recognizing it right here on this page. Okay, let me move so y'all can hear me better. All right, so now let's jump in to our training. Okay, so we are going to jump into our training. Let me quit share my screen for just a minute. I moved so you can be quiet, okay? Stop making sound effects, okay? Thank you. All right, so let's jump into our training because most of us have been wrapping up our holiday open houses, and that is something I am still running with this week. I still have my virtual one. I'm following up with all the people that I've reached out to for that. So if you missed that training, then go back and watch last week's training because that tells you how to have a virtual open house. Then here's what I highly encourage. I like to do a pink weekend as well. So I usually have my open house the weekend before pink weekend. And what I do is I make the sales completely different, okay? And when I have pink weekend, that does not apply towards any of my gift sets, all right, that I have made up for my open house or anything. That does not apply towards gift sets, pink weekend. It only just applies towards regular items like not packaged up, especially that is in the catalog, okay? So anything on your website, basically. So peak weekend I do separately, and usually I try to finish out, if you're still wrapping up your holiday open house or anything like that, I try to just like reach out about those two different things at different times. So I would finish, if there's people you're talking to still about your holiday open house and wrapping that up, then I would definitely finish that with them before you kind of give them your peak weekend information. So you would just need to scale that timeline based on your business, okay, of when you would be reaching out to people about your peak weekend. All right. So, because there's some people, like I said, I'm talking to today about that. So honestly, what I'm going to do this year, because I'm still these next few days, like really wrapping up my holiday open house, I'm going to wait till about Wednesday to share the information about my pink weekend. Okay. So Wednesday is going to be my day that I'm focusing on reaching out, communication. With anything, communication is the biggest key in your success. And we talked about that last week with holiday open house, but the same is true of pink weekend. So what does that look like? What does communication look like? Reaching out to people personally and giving them the information, because they don't know what's available unless you tell them. All right. And social media is a great tool. And yes, I am going to be promoting it on social media. However, a lot of times not everybody's going to see what you put on social media, nor they might just be scrolling and get busy and not even think about it again once they see it. So when you, dude, when you, school is out this week, you know, tell school's out all week long. We're having so much fun. He's pretending like he's cutting my hair currently with a little app. So, okay, enough. All right. So, anyways, I don't even know. Oh, okay. But I'm going to share my script now of how to reach out to those people. Oh, I was talking about social media. So it's a great tool to add in. But that personal communication is where it's at. Like I had I think I had almost close to 15 people come to my in-person open house this past weekend. And that would not have been, possible had I not personally reached out to people and scheduled them, you know, and continue to remind them. So that is like the most important piece. Okay, so let me share my screen because I have the scripts all made up for you. What do you say to people? Usually that's the main thing. What do I say to people? What do I promote? All right, and that is all going to be in one Google form for you. To make it easy, I have different promotions that you can pick from. So you can choose, I have a couple different flyers. You can choose what you want to offer. So just kind of look at that, see which one do you like best. All right. We may all do different ones, and that's fine. So you can kind of pick. All right. We are not allowed to share our promotion on main social media form. Okay. You can do it in a private beauty group, but you're not allowed to post. Basically, you can post something about that you're going to be doing something. And I do have some generic flyers that y'all can use for that. Just saying like, hey, my pink weekend sale is coming. But your actual promotion, you have to privately send that to them or post it in your private Facebook group. Like you have, like I have a VIP beauty group and I post it in there, but you're not allowed to post that on your main wall. Does that make sense? Like what your actual discount is. You can say, hey, I'm about to have my pink weekend. If you want the details, like let me know. You can do something like that with a generic flyer, but other than that, all right. So let me share my screen and pull up these, pull up these. Where did it go? I think I already have it pulled up somewhere. Here it is. Okay. So here is what you send like a few days before. So like I said, this is what I'm sending out on Wednesday this week. And it's just like, hey, mark your calendar for this Friday. My goal is to sell 100 items and you can get up to 30% off your entire order. Now you would need to adjust that depending on which promotion you choose to go with. All right. And all the promotions are down here. All right. So you would just need to pick one and then kind of adjust your script according to what you decide. Okay. Because there's different ones. There's like percentages, there's buy so much, get this much free. Percentages, buy so much, get this much free. So it just depends on what you choose to run with. So there's a couple of different ones here you can pick from. And you only need to pick one and adjust your script accordingly. So that's, kind of in here, you're going to put in that first script, like you can get up to, if you pick a certain amount free with a purchase, you can put, you get up to $75 free or whatever that flyer says, or the percentage that you choose to run with. And then I have this generic flyer. I also have one more generic flyer that just says Pink Weekend and the dates of it. The one I texted y'all out earlier when I was sending a reminder for our conference call. So I'll include that in here too, in case you like that flyer that says Pink Weekend instead of just Pink Friday. All right. And then while I'm already reaching out to them, I say, by the way, hey, we watch this video for me. So that way you can get some shares, kind of work it full circle, get some entries for our sharing challenge this month. All right. So that's the script for that. So after I reach out to them, I say, by the way, will you watch this for me too? All right. And get entered in for that. All right. And then the day of text, this is where you're going to say, okay, it's Friday, it's starting. And, you're going to reach out to them and say like, hey, starts today. My goal is to sell whatever. You can get up to 30% off or whatever your deal is. Plus you can offer free shipping if they get like so many items. If you'd like, you can take that out. If you don't want to offer free shipping, that's totally fine. And I just end with a question. I say, would you love my website address? So that would be your website link. Okay. The one thing you want to do is either go to your website settings and turn off guest checkout just for that day. Because if they accidentally do guest checkout, then you can't manually apply their discount, which is what you're going to need to do. Okay. So you can turn guest checkout off, or when you send them your website address, which is, I think, what I normally do. I just say, okay, I don't have it on here, but I usually say like, hey, here's my website link. Make sure you check out as a registered customer because I will have to manually apply your discount. Okay. So you can do it one of two ways. You can just tell them like, hey, don't do guest checkout basically on my website, or you can turn it off on your website settings and then you can actually turn it back on after the weekend. You also can, there's different settings you can adjust on your personal website. And to do that, you go under business, my business on InTouch, and go under business tools and personal website manager, and you can adjust your settings for your website. Anytime you can readjust it. Okay. So then, after they've placed their order, you're going to manually apply their discount, and give them their new total with their manually applied discount. And then I reach out to them to, the reason I like to share this is how do you work this full circle beyond just the sales? Like, wouldn't you love to also get new bookings, potential team members, potential referrals, like kind of go beyond just the sale? And that's what I always try to teach is go beyond just the sale, because that's going to continue setting you up for success all throughout the holidays, right? And so after they purchase, then when I'm arranging to deliver their products, whether in person or virtually. So if they're in person, I just say like, hey, I'm going to deliver your products. And while I'm there, do you mind if I give you a complimentary facial or a makeover? So you can make that an appointment. Right? You can even just do it on the back of their hand when you deliver if they don't have time for much more, right? But that would give you an opportunity to have an appointment with people, get referrals, take your referral sheets with you, those kind of things, get them on skincare. Maybe they haven't ever tried skincare. All right. And then if they're virtual, while you're already mailing them something, you're already going to be mailing them their order. Just say, by the way, would you mind if I include a fun and free beauty pack with a virtual beauty experience. And so if I mail that with their order, I go ahead and set up a time to do their virtual beauty experience once their order arrives. Okay. So that's what I do. And here's a little fun flyer that you can count down to use on social media as the day goes on. Like, hey, my goal's 100 items today. I'm currently at 80. Or if you want to set a goal of maybe 50 items for the day, if 100 feels a little daunting, that's fine. Just do 50. But you could adjust this to 50 items challenge. And as the day goes on, I kind of keep like what I love to do on social media throughout the day, throughout the weekend is recognize my customers that have ordered. Because that will be a constant reminder to other people, like, oh yeah, she has that thing going on. Let me reach out to her, you know? So it kind of helps create excitement through social media, through your customer group, you know, those different things to potentially drive more orders. Okay. So that is kind of everything I have to share with y'all. And there are different flyers. If you want to do something different for Cyber Monday, feel free, you know. I personally like to keep my thing like I try to like target like that Pink Friday, and that gives me all weekend to wrap up people that maybe haven't got their order to me. So if I notice like by the end of Friday, I haven't seen their order come through and they asked for my website, then I'll reach back out to them and say, hey, I didn't see your order come through. You know, if it's Saturday, I'll say, I'll still give you your deals today if you want to go ahead and get that in. Or you can text me what you want, you know, so that follow-up is really key. All right. So all throughout the weekend, I just really focus on following up, closing people out, that kind of thing. So that communication is huge. And then also follow up is huge for success. So I pray this blesses you. I pray this helps you to have a great month in. I hope y'all have a happy Thanksgiving and a super successful month in Pink Weekend, because really tap into this. People are really starting to know what they want to buy right now, okay? Because they're starting to say, oh gosh, it's already Thanksgiving, it's crunch time. I need to get my gifts wrapped up, like, and they want to be done. You know, they don't want to wait till the last minute. So anyway, so that is something I would really encourage you. Take advantage of this. All right. Even if you feel like you've never done this before and it's kind of scary to try something new, or maybe you're like, I don't, you know, sometimes people get held back because they're like, I don't want to do it wrong. So they almost don't do anything at all, but y'all just do it because you're going to be grateful. Don't wait till all of the stars line up, because they're never going to all line up. All right. Just jump in there and try it out. What do you have to lose? Even if you sell 10 items, you're going to have a great weekend, even more so than you did if you sold 0. Right. So love you all. Have a great day. Bye. Keep telling